Well, let me ask you, can you explain why you're still confident in your assessment that Russia will ultimately prevail in this fight, even as you acknowledged earlier that, Russia is effectively fighting a NATO force, and NATO's pouring a huge amount of weaponry. Zelensky just got a new round of pledges, although he didn't get all the weapons that he wanted, but he's still getting some substantial assistance. So why are you still confident that Russia will ultimately be the victor here?
Well, I'll link my confidence in this answer to the words of General Zaluzhny, who is the commander of the Ukrainian armed forces. In an interview he gave to The Economist, it was an interesting interview because Zelensky was sitting at the table and didn't say a damn word. Tells you who's in charge. It ain't Zelensky. And Zaluzhny basically, like every general officer should do, confidently said, I can beat these guys, the Russians. I can beat them. But then comes the heavy caveat. But you got to give me 300 tanks, 500 armored fighting vehicles, 500 artillery systems, and unlimited ammunition. And if you don't give me this, then I'm not going to win because the Russians are coming. And nobody's giving him that, which means he's not going to win. Not my words, his words. When we take a look at two factors, I call one is the burn rate and the other one's the replenishment rate. Right now, the Ukrainians are burning through troops at a rate of 800 to 1,000 a day. The Russians are suffering 1/10 of that. That means they're losing 80 to 100 a day. That's a lot. During the Vietnam War, we lost 200 plus a week, and that was sort of a crushing defeat to America. It broke the will of the Americans. The Russians are losing maybe 500 guys a week. That's a lot, but they're slaughtering, they're eviscerating the Ukrainians, and the Ukrainians got nothing coming in. High burn rate, low replenishment rate. Meanwhile, the Russians, low burn rate, extremely high replenishment rate. Only 50% of their 300,000 mobilized troops have been deployed to the region. The other 50%, around 175,000, are still receiving their final training, being equipped with the most modern equipment in the Russian inventory. T-90 tanks, T-80 tanks, advanced T-72 tanks, advanced artillery, etc. That's 10 to 15 division equivalents that have yet to show up on the battlefield. And when they do, the Ukrainians have nothing to respond with. General Zaluzhny said, I need 300 tanks, 500 armored fighters. He doesn't have them. He's not going to get them. It's game, set, match. Russia's going to win this thing. Is it going to be easy? No. Is there going to be blood spilled? Yes, we just saw it. It's going to be as ugly as war can possibly get, but Russia's going to win.